Dr. Gatling, I think you and I, we spoke today talking about how leaders, especially the governor and even the commissioner, that if they're bold enough to put these policies out, they should have been bold enough to face these people to express themselves of where it came from. So I want to go to the African American standards, because I know that's where a lot of people are here to hear about. They talk about this 13-member task force, and they continue to say that there were black individuals that were on this board also. I'm gonna take a commercial break and say something my grandma used to always say: everybody who your color ain't your kind. And just because you're black don't mean you're not anti-black. So with that being said, looking at the African standards, how and what strategy can we use in this room for recommendations of changes that should be made to those strategies?
I think we have to start with this particular process because the process was flawed at the onset in my estimation. What you described, who came forward with these standards, was actually, and let me clarify for the record, it was not actually a task force. It was a working group. People, there's a difference. An African American task force is a body that's stipulated in statute.
Right.
A working group is a group of hand-picked individuals that are going to work on this particular project with some potential shared ideology, shared anticipated outcome, shared agenda. So that, as you indicated, Senator, is not about black or it's not about white. It was about the ideology of the individuals who thought that it was okay. They thought that it was okay. The foundation of their thinking needs to be called into question. To marginalize slavery, to misinform the facts about our history. So the working group in and of itself was problematic. Secondly, I think there was a missed opportunity. Too late, never. The State Board of Education adopted the standards. If you had an opportunity to watch that meeting, there was protest around issues, around gender, education, around sexuality and the curriculum, but the horn wasn't blown loudly at that meeting around those adopted standards around African American history and the related curriculum. So we have to understand that yes, the commissioner is who he is. He's a conduit, but that is a manifestation of the laws that were adopted and people are complying these particular standards to the law. And that's where we have to start changing it. And we have to articulate our position. And my last point on that is we can ill afford to totally rely on the school system to educate our children. Because I don't care what standards they bring forward. Zoe is going to know that slavery was one of the most horrific, brutal, divisive, destructive, evil experiences that this world has ever known. I'm going to make sure she does that as a parent. And that's what we have to do as parents, be a part of that particular process. It's not an either or, it's a both and, but it is going to start at home, especially in mine.